I think are we totally rolling now? I think we are. Let's have a look. Are you rolling over there, Luke? You rolling over there?
I have no idea, mate.
Oh yeah, there it is. I can see it. I can see it. I can see a red dot.
Indeed, mate.
I can see a red dot, and Misty is rolling. And welcome to the Pagey train. Today I have with me Luke Walker, cinematographer, fun dude, all round. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roscoe. Pleasure to be here. It's a very unexpected event to be here tonight, but, mate,
it happens.
that's part of the film world.
Yeah, look, that happens. Like, we have people that come around and say good day, have meetings for still searching or for associations with, all that sort of stuff.
Well, we were meant to have a meeting about something. We haven't even had that yet. We've just had a couple of beers and now we're here.
Now we're in podcast. Now we're in podcast land. But look, I've been dying to get you on the show. Just to talk about the films that you've been working on in Western Sydney and just all around have a banter, because like every time I catch up with you, man,
it's a lot of banter.
A lot of banter.
I'm not a big small talker, but we seem never be able to shut up. So.
There is no end. In fact,
it's a never-ending story, mate.
Yeah. Never-ending story. But we have an interesting feature for tonight as well.
Falcor.
I was always upset about Artex, actually. You know, when Artex, the horse, for Atreyu,
gets stuck in the mud.
And then nothing gets him, and he's like, "Don't be sad, man. Don't be sad."
You gotta be sad, mate. You gotta do the sadness, live the sadness.
Yeah.
Man, you know?
Well, that's what the Nothing does to you. But I think it's one of the most scariest bad guys, I think, in film history. The Nothing.
Because there's nothing to be scary of. Scared of.
But it's the lack of existence, I think. It's lack of
It's the lack of knowledge about the nothing that makes it scary.
Yes, that's all the terrifying things. But we have another interesting feature to the show today. I'd like to welcome our first time podcast producer, Misty McPhail. Welcome to the show.
Go, Misty.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we've got a really cool crowd in here today. So again, I'd like to welcome both of you to the show. This is certainly inaugural in a lot of ways. But man, how long have we known each other? How long has that been? Like, is it years, weeks? I can't remember.
It's definitely not what it feels like years, but
it could have been a month.
Could be a couple of days for all I know. That must be years, man. I'm not even sure when the first time we met. I know we had a very adventurous Made in the West Film Festival last year. Which
was fantastic.
That's a time and a story, not for here.
Probably not.
I don't know, but I think caught up through other festivals and
just through friends of friends,
filmmakers groups and Western Sydney filmmakers group, which is a very important thing for us.
I think the first thing that I come across that you had worked on was Bleeding Backs. With Matt Vella. Big shout out to Matt Vella and Vellamat Films.
Matt Vella, love you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Love your work.
Yeah, one of Made in the West rock stars.
Directors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the first time I came across your work as a shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Cinematographer. Yeah. I call him a shooter. Some people go DOP. Some people like to be called the DOP. This has come up a few times.
DOP or cinematographer, I don't really care.
You don't give a shit?
No, not really. You know, if someone said me I was a shooter for a film, I wouldn't love that, to be honest.
Yeah, a shooter.
But I'm not going to get pissed off. I don't really care that much, you know.
I call photographers snappers. Yeah. You know, because they're out there snapping. I call them snappers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm just weird that way.
I just think because cinematographer or director of photography, it's more about lighting, which is such an important part of our trade.
All right. So you're saying that the DOP
as opposed
side,
to shooter. Well, I'm saying as opposed to shooter.
That's
shooters
true.
are capturing just showing natural light, whereas DOP or cinematography, even those two, they have different names and slightly different connotations. Where I think that director of photography is actually, I think technically it's more about just the composition and the movement, which is all an imperative part of the story. But to me, I think cinematographer actually encompasses everything. Yeah, that's why I call myself a cinematographer. Even though my website is lukewalkerdop.com.
But
that's because it's a lot shorter than lukewalkercinematographer.com, you know.
No one wants to type cinematographer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey man, can you just bring the mic a little bit closer to you? No, don't come to the mic. Bring the mic to you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, bring the mic to you.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're in the now we're in the zone. Yeah. So you because I've talked to a few DOPs/cinematographers of late. Oh no, we've had a blowout.
Oh,
tighten that up.
I'll tighten up, babe. I'll whisper sweet nothings to it to tighten it up.
if that happened to some other guests, I'd be over there having to fix that right now. So I'm glad that.
That's right, mate. I'm a bit of MacGyver on set sometimes.
Well, I think you need to be. You need to be, mate.
Totally.
You need to be.
You got to expect the unexpected because unexpected always happens.
Yeah. You got to expect the unexpected. The only thing you can't expect is the unexpected.
Exactly right. Well, as much as you plan, there's always something that's going to go wrong. Even though it's planned person, like nothing ever works to plan.
Yeah. No. Well, I would always say like, can I have a lighter Street Fighter? Here's your Oxyviver MacGyver. No, you have to be a MacGyver. Right. You have to be a MacGyver. I know you got to fix things on the run.
You have to be MacGyver, man. It doesn't matter. Like, any part of the film industry, I think it's the same though. Like even like, so I've done a lot of art department work too, and even art department work. Like, I go into this done. Well, we've only got this, and this. It's like, okay, so we need to make a wall with a door, and we've got like one piece of timber, a matchstick, and a piece of string. But make a door. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but you're a bit of a trading background as well, so I think that's sort of handy on set because every time I go to talk to you about projects, like you're always building something.
Yeah.
I think one of the ones I was talking to you when we were off air earlier was you were doing a sci-fi. You did a sci-fi feature, and you're working on all these sets. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I've built quite a lot of other sets for sci-fi features. Like I'm working on one at the moment, which is a science fiction film called Guardian AIX.
Guardian AIX.
Guardian AIX is about an artificial intelligent drone. And that we've actually got a big set build, which I'm actually going to design the build. Got friends help me build it, but I've already got a lot of props because I worked on that big budget feature film in Queensland in art department. So at the end of the film, where they're getting rid of a whole lot of props, I'm like, okay, we're throwing this out. Sure, I'll have that and that and that. All these post-apocalyptic props, which are perfect for my dressing. Yeah, I'll take those. So yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a lot of fun there, man. Like I've worked on like Pacific Rim and Peter Rabbit and Fighting Season, like a lot of like big budget stuff, and like some of the things just blow your mind. Hey.
Yeah.
I remember my first day walking onto Pacific Rim. And why they got onto that because I knew the art director, worked with him on Bleeding Steel, a Jackie Chan film. Yeah. I shot it in Sydney a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I know that movie.
Yeah. Great film. Great team on it, hey. Anyway, so first day I was walking into, I think it was Studio 1 at Fox Studios.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if everyone knows, but anyone that knows Pacific Rim, like there's about these big robots that sort of roam the earth, like battling these big monsters that come through.
Yeah, and it takes two souls to, or not two souls,
yeah,
but two people
to run each
brains.
robot because because they're using it through their brain and their bodies and stuff.
Yeah, and they can't handle the robot, and only two people can operate it at the same time.
Exactly.
They have to be synchronized in some way.
Exactly right. Yeah, they need to be in sync with each other to run this robot. Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in Studio 1, they had these two heads. And I walked in there, and there's like this, I don't know, this little head sort of space, this little room, which is probably about 4 meters tall, round, because it's a head. Inside it should be round,
Yeah.
But you walk in there, and there was all these things that's always on this big, massive hydraulics and an open face, and you walk in there, so there's this one big, massive thing up there, another big, massive open head up there. It's like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, welcome to big budget filmmaking,
Yeah.
And like, I've been a filmmaker for years by that point, but that is very overwhelming still, what I mean? Like, this really makes you see what's possible,
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what level you're at, like, or how old you are. Well, within reason, If you start filmmaking at 7, I don't imagine you're going to be like cinematographer in a movie like that. But,
but you got to think big, man.
Young,
You got to think big.
Exactly right. You've got to think big. Like, if you want to be shooting the big things, you've got to think that big. And, like, even just being on sets like that is actually really great exposure because it actually helps put in perspective what's possible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you always feel like that's so far out of your realm.
Yeah.
But yet, these movies have been made in their backyard, and there's like hundreds of millions of dollars spent on these things. And, like, you might have 300 people on a set one day with like millions of dollars worth of props. You might shoot 10 seconds of footage that day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, how cool is that?
Yeah, cost to ratio to get the shot,
totally,
that's insane, yeah.
And I think that, I think that's why one of the things I do is I work a lot in different roles in film, just so I can actually stay working in film all the time. Yeah. But I think like it doesn't really matter what role you're working in on a set. As long as you're on a set, it's a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's so much to be learned and absorbed out there, and you can learn from everyone that you work with. It doesn't matter if it's a group or wardrobe art department. Everyone there's got such wealth of knowledge. That just being around them and listening to conversations.
Yeah, just being in the presence of that,
yeah. Yeah, it really is.
And gleaning that energy and that knowledge.
Yeah, totally. But it's actually almost empowering, do you know what I mean? Because it actually makes it feel achievable.
Yeah, so so having perspectives like that, like working on such big sets and then going back and doing your own work, it kind of drives you.
What are you saying? My sets are small.
Yeah. Well, look, man. I guess if either of us had $100 million, we'd be on a different podcast set right now, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
I'd like to think it would stay humble. I'd like to think it would stay humble. I
like to think it's still me and you, Roscoe, just in a different set. But then this feels very cozy, so I kind of like it here too. So it's like,
oh man. But this is my space, man. This is where I work. This is my creative space. This is where I do most of my work. This
is where the magic happens.
Yeah, man. This is the epicenter for still search and productions, man.
It really is.
Yeah, man. And made in the West in a lot of ways. I think there's certainly other parts of Misty and I's life that there are different. Sort of geographic spots where Made in the West happens, but from a creative end where all the advertising products are built, where the promos are built, where the content is viewed. Like even all of the Made in the West content is viewed in here. We do the whole panel sits down and then we could curate.
Oh, so that all happens in here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
Yeah. All my freelance work for editing happens in here. My Foley work, working.
Your magical Foley work we've been talking about.
Yeah, man. I've been on about this for a while.
You're a magician with a Foley, from what I hear, mate.
Yeah, man. I'll show you some clips later.
Oh yeah, baby. Show me some clips.
Oh, by the way, a big shout out to Josh. I hope your film's working well. I know that you enjoyed the Foley that I've sent you, so I hope it works out well. They're a bunch of guys that you run into and they're making movies and like, I don't know, man, should I keep making movies? And I'm glad that you run into those people, because I go, man, keep doing it, man. Like, yeah, but my movie wasn't that crash hot this time. So, but it'll be better next time, man. It'll be better next time.
But it's all a learning experience.
Totally.
A lot of people, especially when they start, they say, I don't know where to start. It's, grab a camera, start shooting something. It doesn't matter what you're shooting, because everything you shoot, there's an opportunity to learn something.
Yeah.
Learn about composition and learn about, you learn about hard bloody work, because, you can shoot something 12 times, it could still end up looking like rubbish. Or you could shoot something like 3 times and it could be perfect every single time. You know what I mean? When I first started working in film, I used to be a writer when I was young, right? I wrote a book about my mum passing away, and used to write science fiction stuff, and I always wanted to retire to be a novelist, right? And when I was in Canada, I met this amazing girl who changed my world, changed my perspective on a lot of shit. It was a really cool chick, and she was like, Luke, you don't like reading books, why the hell do you want to write novels? I'm like, that's a really good point. So I'm like, you know what? I love making films. I love watching films. I'm going to write and direct films. Awesome. Yeah. And so I did some short writing courses, and I did some other weekend courses and stuff like that. And before I decided to actually eventually go to film school. And then as soon as I got to film school, I directed my first project. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm a very good director, writer, but I'm not a great director.
Yeah, but how did that go? Directing your first film, I remember directing my first film was something that I was just thrust into.
Yeah.
Because when you're at film school or doing film courses, you could always hang back. You can go, I'll just be the audio operator on the project. Or
see, I was never like that. I always wanted to be at the forefront.
Yeah, that's right. There's you go to the forefront, but it gets scary when you get up there, though. I think the first one was scary for me.
Yes and no, but see, I was before.
Loved it.
Even when I started film school, I just stepped down as a bank manager, so I was used to running teams. And before that, I'd run 30-seat full call centers and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So I was used to actually leading leads teams. I never actually liked being in the background. I liked being in the forefront, which is also why I think I wanted to be a director as well. You know. Which was actually a very hard lesson, hitting the wall, realising that I'm not actually a very good director. Because I'm not great at communicating with people. It's just not my strongest point, But I'm a very visual thinker, When I read a story, when I hear something, I see things, I see the story. Even if it's the music, I see it, rather than...
image, I've always said this, image is rhythmic.
Oh, totally.
Image is rhythmic, man. Like, you can't, like, everything, especially editing and shooting image, if you think about it rhythmically, you'll do a better job, even if you just put yourself in the mindset of doing that.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to movement in a shot, which is the hardest stuff to do. Like, it's even hard to set up just a static shot, making sure that the iris is right, making sure that the focus, your backgrounds.
You can have the same shot, but you use 5 different lenses. Every single frame looks different because on different lenses, it all has a completely different meaning, a different feel.
And that's on a tripod, right?
Yeah.
They're putting it on a tripod.
So the tripod in the same position, like different every time. You know?
And then when you start adding movement, when you start adding dolly movements to that, and how the camera maneuvers, if you think about it, I just find, I don't know how true it is, but that's my experience.
Oh, dude, it's everything. It really is. Like and this is actually something I challenge directors on all the time. Like I shot a feature film a couple of years ago, which is about to release in a couple of months, called Christmas Down Under. And the director on that was a guy called Lewis Standelaw, and he was actually the sheriff in the new Rainbow movie, funnily enough.
Okay, big shout out to Lewis.
Yeah, I love this guy, man. Like, he was such a legend. Like, there's a few times on set where I actually started getting stressed out, and he come, "Hey, Luke, what's going on?" And we'd talk about it, and we'd chat for a couple of minutes. He's like, "That man, like, we're gonna do this and this." I'm like, "You cool with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, sweet, awesome." And like that. We're back to normal, and man, nearly every day on that set we finished early because it was such a cohesive team. But he was so chilled out, but he knew exactly what he wanted. And even him, someone like him with his level of experience, because he's directed quite a lot of stuff before too, I would challenge him on when he wants to move a camera, because we had a lot of Steadicam shots, a lot of Ronin shots, a lot of dolly shots, and
a lot of pizzazz, but no static sort of stuff.
I know we had static stuff too, but here's the thing: movement's always mattered to me. Do you know what I mean? Like movement helps tell the story. So I'd challenge him, like, if we're doing this Ronin shot or this Steadicam shot, why are we doing it this way? And he might say, well, it's because we're trying, it's an intimate moment with her, so we're staying with her. We want to keep it with her the whole time. Yeah. This lead character, Justine Kessler, who is my such Justine. She love that chick. She's awesome.
Big shout out to Justine.
Yeah. But there's other times. Sometimes it was more about just the fact we wanted a cool shot. If it's something simple like a dolly shot, it's a cool shot. Yeah, that's fine. But for the most part, any movement needs to tell a part of the story. And actually, this is something interesting, like with drones, right? This is where most people don't understand what drones are capable of. Yeah, you can do so much with a drone to tell the story, but people do not understand that a lot of drone shots are purely about just having a beautiful, cool image and
aerial photography. It's horizon lines and
not just horizon lines, but so I've actually got a few things in mind where I want to, I guess, change the perspective.
So you mean from a sort of an abstract point of view?
I mean having a 1 minute drone shot which actually takes you from sort of mid shots, through movement, through or outside buildings, and actually taking you through what could effectively shot as 3 or 4 different scenes. Excuse me.
Oh no!
God damn!
So I didn't tell him the rule. I didn't tell him the rule, mister. If you're
that's a carton of beer, I'm assuming.
No, it is. It is.
That's a nice new rule. I like it.
It's not a new rule. It's a rule that's been running for a long time.
That's a rule on set, mate. Your phone rings on set, they buy a carton of beer.
You're the only one that I've ever heard say that before I've said it.
Do you know what? Even at the cricket, I shot the cricket a couple years back.
That's the rule, right?
In Canberra. And on the big screen, I'm trying to avoid, obviously, I'm on field camera and I'm shooting on the crowd, stuff like that, right? And anyway, I'm there shooting the crowd, and the guy in the crowd's like, "Dude," I'm like, "What?" Turned around, and someone's hit it like a force straight to me. It's barreling straight towards me. I'm like, "Oh crap!" So I run out of the shot, and then I hear over my headphones, "Who the hell was that on the field?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." I guess it assumes I means I own a carton of beer, right? Yeah, but that's... If I laugh, I'd have to buy a carton of beer, thankfully. But
that's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah.
It always is a carton of beer. But the thing is, every time I say this is why I jinx myself, right? Yeah. So I don't tell people the rule when we're on set. Because every time we're on set...
Well, that's common knowledge on set.
No, it's not. It's not. I've said it so many times.
I think we're working on the wrong sets if people aren't knowing that.
No, I think more on TV sets. When I've worked on in TV, it has been. On film sets, not so much. I always have to... usually I'm in charge in some sort of way where I go, or I tell someone.
You think you're in charge?
I think I'm in charge in some sort of way. Oh yeah, someone's running it, but I'm actually running it. So it's happened a few times. But no, look, always looking for a mentor. Always looking for a mentor. But on TV sets, normally they say that, not on film sets.
Yeah, it's funny because I find TV world a very different world to film world.
Totally different. It's totally
especially
different.
reality TV. Reality TV world is way out there.
Yeah, no, look, I don't think I've ever done any reality TV. I've only ever done like talk shows. I've done talk shows.
Yeah,
but that's about as far as I've gone.
I don't think I could do reality every day. Like, there's some amazing, beautiful, beautiful people on TV. But the job just... Yeah, the job is out there and also attracts very out there people too.
Yeah, I imagine.
Because I think TV world is actually the hardest job to do, mainly because it's the most boring.
It is.
A TV world is nowhere near as entertaining as a film world, because they're more interesting projects.
It's different people.
Because I guess it's because it's shorter form, but it's less reality and.
Yeah, but it's different
let's
gearing.
face it, reality. We watch movies to escape from reality. Why the hell we're watching reality?
Well, don't get me wrong. Both have a commercial interest, right? They have commercial interest, but
totally.
But they're different gearing,
which is kind of scary.
Yeah. No, but they're based on segmented
crazy people.
Yeah. No, but you chuck the ads in between. Like in film, the ads are at the beginning or the end, right?
Yeah.
In TV, the ads are throughout. Same with the internet. The internet, I think there's a link. If you look at it, oh no, totally going into a rabbit hole here. But perhaps on the internet, you see it at the start, you see it throughout. But it seems to be a what do you call it? A hybrid of TV and film. It's this other thing that everyone has access to. But I just find with TV that bottom line is more key. Like it's all about the bottom line in TV.
It has to be. They wouldn't survive otherwise.
That's their model.
Like Channel 7, that space they've got, that studio, it's like a ridiculous amount of money to keep that thing running every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to make your profit.
They got to make all the money through advertising dollars. Whereas, it's all a bit unfathomable, really. Like, you think how much money and how much, but like, even look at Home and Away, for example, right? The amount of money those main actors get is ridiculous. Like, not as in the good, as in, like, I can't believe they earn that much. It's like, I should have that much working at bloody Kmart or, like...
Oh, really? I thought you were going to go the other way.
No.
You mean it's like slave labour?
Like TV, like regular TV and shows like that, because they're every single day shows, a lot of the crew are on, like, your average sort of income, like, when I say average, I mean average entry-level sort of income.
Yeah, okay.
It's just actually quite scary.
Yeah, I'm always scared to go back to an entry-level job. Terrified.
But look, 99% of actors, or probably 99.99% of actors have other jobs.
Have to.
And even like top-level actors, like, because I've worked with A-list actors, and most of them still have other jobs just to supplement the income because they can't pay a mortgage. How are they going to pay a mortgage and break up a family on $1,000 a week, or on $5,000 every 2 months, or because I think acting is one of the toughest jobs out there, and especially in the film industry, because you've got to. They're able to beat 1,000 characters, but you need that separate to be able to separate your own life from that character you're portraying.
They're the last to get paid.
They really are. Absolutely,
actors are the last to get paid every time. They are the last to get paid, man.
And they're some of the hardest working too.
Yeah. They do longer hours.
Like there's a lot of people on set.
More pressure too. More pressure.
Absolutely. Like for me as a cinematographer, I own a lot of equipment. I have a lot of expenses. Like it cost me a fortune just to turn up to actually shoot something, right? But I've had a lot of training previously, like prior to this, right?
Yeah.
But then so have actors. But for actors, their training is ongoing.
Yeah.
And for every role they've got to do, they've got hours and hours and hours of rehearsals where they've got to actually remember those lines and actually get into that headspace for that particular character. Because last week they were playing some quirky weird dude, and this time they're playing like a psychotic killer.
Yeah.
So not only do they have to get in the headspace, they have to remember all that dialogue and work out these
and their interactions. And it's a hard job.
Oh, dude, totally. Like I'm actually have much respect for
and a lot of waiting around.
How they actually work.
It's a lot of waiting around as well.
Totally, yeah.
Like if you're on crew, generally, if you've got I'm not to talk other jobs on a crew down, but if you've got a big job on crew, if you're directing or shooting, you're busy the entire time. You don't
I don't have time to bloody scratch my ass.
You don't have time. You don't have time to do shit. If you're a runner,
because even if I'm waiting, I'm actually thinking about the next shot and the shot after that and the shot after that. I'm thinking about how everything's going to cut together.
And you're working with other collaborators that are building shit with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm making sure that I'm making sure that I'm thinking about what I'm thinking, making sure that's in line with Matt Vella or Rand Thackham or whoever else I'm shooting with. Make sure that I'm actually in the line with what their vision is, making sure that it's all cohesive.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. But I always say, man, the best people that are paid on films are cinematographers, editors, and soundies.
Well, theoretically, the best people that are paid, just because we're getting paid doesn't mean we're making money.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I wasn't saying that.
I get paid by most people on my sets, but I'm probably still making less money than a lot of them on the short films anyway, just because
Oh, man, there's been times I've shot at a loss, and there's been times when I've shot at even.
But that's times where we've made a lot,
There is, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's part and parcel of the job, but But I think it's because that's all part and parcel of the job. But we do this because we love this.
Yeah.
I'm behind the camera shooting stuff because I wouldn't want to be doing anything else,
Well, I was talking to you before, even about doing camera work. Like, I can do it. You're
actually a lot better than I expected. I was quite impressed with your handheld work.
Yeah, thanks, man.
When you make people think you've got a gimbal when you don't, there's something special about that.
Oh man, it's all experience. Like I've shot. Yeah. I don't know how many TV shows. I've done. I don't know how much studio work. I've shot plenty of commercials. I've shot, lots of promo. I've done a shitload of interviews. I think that's probably what I've shot the most of. Like, there was a time.
Pretty good interviews, mate. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, thank you.
You make people feel very comfortable. I was no way in any choice going to sit down tonight and do this, but
but then you put the headphones on.
Playing with it before. It's like this is a bit of fun. I like this.
Man, you put the headphones on, it changes everything.
Roscoe. And you mucked around and after we discussed it, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. What was it? I think 45 minutes later, I'm just like, okay, we're going to roll. We're rolling, yep, okay, yeah. Yeah, Missy, do this. Do what? I can't see your hand. It's behind the monitor. I'm like,
yeah. Which direction are you pointing anyway? Look, just to give you guys out there in podcast land, look, we were probably rolling 5 minutes before we rolled, and we were podcasting.
We should have been rolling an hour before
we rolled.
So I think it was very interesting at the beginning.
Yeah, but this happens every time, man. Like, as soon as you put the headphones on, it's different. I just find it's different, and I find it's really engaging.
It really is.
You get a really good hook on where people are. I think it's
beautiful eyes, Roscoe. I'm mesmerised by your beautiful brown, brown eyes.
They are. I don't know. I get them from my father, actually. Big shout out to Dad. Thanks for the eyes, mate.
Giddy up, Mr. Roscoe. All right.
But man, we have digressed. We have totally digressed. We're on Luke's website here. Man, you've got a pretty good website.
Thanks, bro.
That's not bad. Can we scroll around? Let's do some navigation on this website. I recognise some of these videos actually from your.
From my what?
Your advertisement for
from Made
in the West.
Yes.
I don't know if I told you. I actually put that on Made in the West TV.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool,
yeah. So if you watch half hour of Made in the West TV, even on YouTube, you'll see the ad breaks in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, cool.
So I put it on there.
So I knew you shot that, but I didn't actually see when you released it. And Missy actually mentioned it to me earlier tonight.
Yeah, you should check it out, man. It's actually really good. It was the first.
I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I was actually saying, I'm happy to be part of. When he shoot again, happy to be part of it then.
Yeah, okay. Or at least just...
Like in December, I don't think I'll be available, too, because I don't think I'll be here, but...
but even next year when we do it...
Next year, dude, absolutely.
Yeah, even just come along to...
I think this is a partnership that is going to get a lot closer.
Yeah, we're going to get intimate.
Oh, right.
The intimate man will pass. We're on the outside.
I'm trying my best to get a Made in the West TV up.
What are you doing?
Before I'm on.
Go to YouTube, mate. Go to YouTube. YouTube's the only way in there.
Something's lagging, Roscoe. Is it the screen or?
It's the computer, mate. It's the computer. That computer is 8 years old, man. It has been. I've crashed
it's holding up like a trooper for 8 years old,
mate. I've crashed it. I've done an honours degree on that bad boy.
I've killed several computers in those times and revived them, and they've still killed them again.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying.
My MacBook had 3 lives, and I killed them all.
This computer's died at least 6 times. Look, I had a feature documentary on this bad boy. It crashed on me.
Oh, right.
I recovered it because the project was on there. Have you ever done a 300 gig recovery.
Oh, I have on SSD card.
Yeah,
yes.
I've done it on a Mac. I've done a data recovery on a Mac. 300 gigs, man. Like out there in podcast land, that is extremely geeky to recover a broken 300 gig in the ether.
Oh, you saved it from the hard drive of the computer, or?
No. Hard drive's gone.
Yeah.
And then I've gone into the hard drive. Remember what you used to remember? And he goes, yeah. Can you be what you were before?
Please,
and he goes,
please, I'll be very nice to you.
I'll only do it in safe mode. And you're like, okay. And then once you get it back, then you can transfer it to another drive and then
You
get it back
trust
on the
me
computer.
here. Have a drink.
That was the longest time bar of my life. I'll tell you for two reasons. Because the people that I was making the film for, I love dearly.
Yeah.
And the second reason was because it was an 18-hour time bar.
Oh, Jesus.
18 hours
Yeah,
for
that's
the recovery, right? I got it back.
Yeah.
I got it back, man. It was an hour long. It was an hour long of content.
It's amazing when these things happen. So I was saying to you earlier, like I've had 2 computers where I've burnt out the hard drives. One was, 8 months of work from an editor, which wasn't quite there yet. And I spent 2 months on it, like at least 10 hours a week for 2 months. And then my computer shit itself, right at the final stages. And another music video I'd spent 120 hours working on, which was the Particles video called Tennis, which was their debut track, which was 3 days of shooting with 7 cameras, like drones, multiple GAN cameras, Osmo.
Oh, fuck, man. This is like full on.
Oh, dude, this is like a 7 and a bit minute music video for a 3 and a bit minute track.
Man, you've gone totally like Howard Hughes on this fucking shit. You've got 23
mate.
cameras and 6 biplanes. And
Oh,
fucking...
dude, you should have seen that. That wasn't even the first cut. The first cut was 10 minutes long. I got this script from the singer who wrote it, this guy called Dan Darcy. So just
Big shout out to Dan.
Dan Darcy, love your work, bro. Like he because I worked with him on Bleeding Steel in art department, right? But he's a muso, had this band. So I want to do this music video, and we're talking about it for a couple months, and then after a couple months, it was like, I was ready to script ready. He goes, oh no, I'll get it to you soon. I'm like, oh okay, yeah, cool. And a few more months went by. I'm like, oh, dude, like, what's the go with the music video? He goes, oh, man, it's still working. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Another few months went by, and it's like, oh, man, like, he's just, like, not doing it, or he's got someone else to do it, whatever.
Yeah, it's just always distracted.
And then out of the blue, he's like, dude, I've got finished a script and sent it to me. I'm like, awesome.
Fuck, all right.
And he sent me his, like, 5 A4 pages. Not script pages, 5 solid A4 pages. I'm like...
Oh, just written. Like line to line.
Yeah, written line to line.
Oh,
so
wow, that's
anyone
heavy.
out there that doesn't know script pages, a minute of a script
There's formats,
page.
people. There's formats.
Yeah,
And that ain't the
so-
format. That is like a nightmare format.
If it's not script format,
Handwritten?
it's about 3
Handwritten?
times the amount. No, on a computer written. So
Typed?
Yeah.
Typed on A4.
Typed on A4, like written on a
Buzz,
computer.
buzz,
written
buzz,
in
buzz,
Word.
buzz.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at this and I'm like, holy crap, like this is like a 15-minute music video, right? I said to Dan, so like, have you like the track wasn't ready yet? I'm like, dude, how long is the track? He's like 3.5 minutes. I'm like, oh crap.
Well, just to put it out there in podcast land again, guys, if you were to write 5 pages of correctly formatted script, you're looking at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes, about a minute a page.
Yeah, but this is like 3 times that. So this is,
Yeah, maybe even a bit more, maybe 4. Maybe 4.
Yeah,
like, if
I
you
wasn't
fill
like
all
that much. Well, this may actually maybe not been 5.
Maybe you had
just
indents in
under that,
like
but-
paragraph breaks to,
Yeah,
to break it up a
I
little
think
bit.
you might have had a couple like double spaces and stuff, but
nonetheless,
But either way, it was huge.
fucking
right?
huge, right? Yeah.
Anyway, so we shot this over 3 days, and we shot all of that, and there was no band playing. It was just like this massive, like 2.5 minute intro for the music video, and then we had the music playing, and then this big outro as well. And so when we shot it, the first cut I had was 11 minutes long.
Shit.
11 minutes. And that was like just cutting the story together. Like it was kind of tight, but not
Just
that tight.
its linear presentation.
Just linear, but that's not that was still tightened up, right? If I didn't tighten it up, it would have been 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I
You're
tightened that
you're
all,
already
right?
cutting the fat a little bit. to
I
get
already
it there.
trimmed the fat off the edges to
Yeah.
make this like epic 15-minute music video down to 11 minutes for a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
Right? And so we got it down to that. I'm like, okay, now this is too long. Like, I've got
This is
to
a common
show.
problem with the musicians, people. Trust me.
But you know what? This is a good kind of problem to have. I'd rather
Totally,
too much
you'd
to work
rather-
with and not enough. And I've read the script, man. Look, normally, every music video I do, like, I get a script. If the client's got an idea, I'll rework it. And I read this script, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing is fucking amazing. Like, I've got to do this. I don't want to change a thing about it. This is so huge. I have some serious concerns about the explosions and other crap that we're going to do. But I'm so down for it, you know. As long as it's all going to be practical, it's like, yeah, cool. And I spoke to Dan, he's like, oh, no, man, it's all practical. I'm like, fuck yeah. Let's blow some shit up, man, hey.
Yeah.
But even to that point, right, you're like digressing from the story about...
You say that a lot, man. You always
cutting
want
the
it. You always
ground.
want it practical, and there needs to be explosions, and there needs to be good lighting.
It's got to be right, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's not half-ass this shit. If we don't do things by halves, I've never done things by halves. If we're going to do it, let's fucking do it right.
Yeah.
And especially like if you're doing things in post, special effects and stuff, and like explosions and shit.
Yeah, you can't half-ass
Like
that.
90% of the time, it looks like shit. Even I've seen like plenty of like $30 million films where explosions look like shit. I'm like, nah. And then
You may as well have done it practically.
Oh, dude,
With that kind
totally.
of money, you may as well have done it practically.
Yeah,
That's the
but
point.
Dan, he was all over this shit, man. Hey, he's like, he's already worked out how to make these explosions happen. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm wondering, I knew I should be concerned, I just didn't know how concerned, right? And anyway, so he comes up to me, he's like, oh, dude. And then he's like, dude, let's catch up for a beer. I'm like, yeah, cool. So we catch up for a beer. And he's showing me this explosion on his phone, right, which he did in his backyard. No, I'm not going to say how he did it because I don't want to glorify how he did it. It was perfectly legal, but it was crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Well, you
so-
know, well, we don't need to encourage people to be doing it. And
To blowing things up,
And
no.
look, to put our disclaimer out there, if you're blowing shit up on film, make sure you've got the right people to do
Actually,
it.
well, I actually had a doctor and an actual...
Yeah, because that's
a
what I'm
proper
saying.
doctor there
That's,
and a nurse, full medical kids.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you,
I was not messing around,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
you've got to do it properly.
but there's more to it than that. I'll get to that bit in a
I
minute.
know.
Anyway, to
But I'm
this
just
story.
putting it out there, guys.
Yeah.
We're
Do not
doing
be
it properly.
stupid,
Do
you know?
not be stupid.
It doesn't matter. It's a film music video. Like, no one is actually worth hurt themselves seriously or losing
Yeah, fucking
their
no,
life,
you gotta-
like it's life's too short for that, you know.
Yeah. It's fun, but do it properly.
Exactly. At least do it safely. Like test everything first, right? Like
Yeah.
we did, right? Anyway, so he showed me this explosion in his backyard. I'm like, showed me this thing on this phone, and we looked at him like, oh, if his phone was that big, I'm going, holy crap.
It's
And
coming out of the phone.
so this is like the size we use. He goes, nah, man, it's gonna be like 4 times that size. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, holy crap, man, that's huge. He's like, yeah, man. And he had some plans for the other explosions because this was like the big flame explosion. Plus, we had like other explosions
Yeah.
too, which were less, well, flamey.
Less flamey, but, you know, sort of accent
yeah.
explosions.
Less dangerous too, you know.
Yeah,
And it's
accenting
like,
explosions.
And I said, look, dude, like, I'm not very comfortable with this at all. Especially like these big flames. You're doing a handbrake into these flames. And I have serious concerns about like injury, right?
Yeah, that's the one. It's coming around a hairpin, right?
Yes.
You're coming around a hairpin. Yeah,
In the mountains,
Misty,
yeah.
Bring up the end of this clip. I think you've even got it up.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
This is
Oh,
the
it's
clip.
actually, it's the end of my promo,
It's
yeah.
the end of the promo. If you can just bring this up, just press play. Just press play.
Yeah.
And then go right to the.
Actually, you know what? Just pause it there.
Yeah.
Let me explain this first, right?
Yeah.
Let me put this in perspective, okay? Because this was
Find
really
it.
important
It's at
to me.
the end.
I know. I've got it.
It's about that far from the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, this is actually really important to me, right? Because I had serious concerns about him getting injured, right? And I did not want that. And he was...
Well, there's the stunt and the
it was
and the
starting,
fire.
it was all on him, but it still would have been on my conscience, do you know what I mean? No, in fact, he was actually, by this stage, he's a good friend. I did not want to see my friend get hurt.
Yeah. Even just take the risk because they're ambitious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And like he was all guts, man, and I massively respect that. But sometimes too much guts, no brains.
Yeah. You're gonna.
But
end
and
up in trouble.
you need the skills to match your guts, and this is what I had serious concerns about. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went up and we actually drove way into the mountains to test this out, right? To look at find the locations and find a particular spot where we're doing this particular stunt, right? It's like, hey, this is where we're going to do it. I'm like, okay. So you're not going to come within 10 meters of flames. Though. He's nah, man, I'm going straight into it. I'm like, no way in hell, man. Hey, he's like, nah, man, look, I'll be fine. I'm like, nah. Because they'll do you need to be meters away from it. So man, it goes out about a meter, then it goes right up, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, right, you need to stop within 2 meters from it, but you need to guarantee you can stop within 2 meters from it. He goes, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. He's dude,
But how do you
he's
know
like, dude, I'll
that?
prove it to you. I'm like, really? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay. I grabbed a stick. I grabbed like a foot long stick, an inch thick,
Yeah.
right? I put it on the road where this handbrake was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
I said, okay, dude, you go to the top of this hill, and this hill was, I don't know, like 300.
It's a big incline.
300 meters.
You should just roll it. Just roll it. Like, totally roll it. It's like at the end of this clip. Alright? This clip here. Booze.
Yeah.
That one there, yeah?
Right? Yeah, that's it there, right? And I said to him, okay, like, at this point, I need to know that you're not going to go into that, because if you hit that, that whole car is going to go up, right?
Yeah, because
It's going to be, well,
yeah.
it may not have, I don't know, but it looked like it would have, right? So I put this stick on the road. I said, dude, you need to come down this hill 3 times at full stick, the way you're going to do it in the music video. You need to come down here 3 times and come within 12 inches of that stick every single time without hitting it,
Yeah.
and then drive off. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's a very blasé attitude about it, but sure, go nuts, mate. All right. So he takes off.
Well, he is a stunt driver.
Well, no, he's not. He's a musician.
Well,
He's a
stunt driver
musician, so
now.
he thinks he's a stunt driver, not actually a stunt driver. Right?
Okay.
But I will say, he's a pretty bloody cool cat. I gotta love this guy, you know. And the thing, I do love the fact he was like, okay, and just drove off like so nonchalant about the fact he's got to do this 3 times.
Yeah.
No
And that's fair
doubt, no
enough.
doubt in his mind he can do it, right? And there's like, oh, whatever, man. I'm laughing to myself, going, there's no way he's gonna do this, right? And because if he didn't do it, I wasn't going to agree to it. Right? It was just black and white. I'm not risking his safety over a music video, right? Anyway, he's gone up the hill, and the first time he's come down, he's come hammering down, did a handbrake, and like came in, stopped 4 inches from it, and driven off. I'm like, holy crap, that is awesome. And he come down, he's like, how'd it go? I'm like, 4 inches, like, all right, okay, next one. Takes off up the hill, comes down again, massive handbrake down. It's like about 6 or 7 inches away from the stick, drives off.
Yeah.
Does it again. Up the top of the hill, comes down 2 inches from the stick and drives off. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because this wasn't like, he was hooking down this street, man. Eh? Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
see-
rolling again.
In the
like,
music
roll it
video, like
again.
when he does it, and this is all slow-mo, right?
Yeah, roll this again. Like this is insane. Absolutely insane. No, we're not. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. That's actually his band member, Scarlett.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. And that
And
was
it's an awesome handbrake, and it's like we had like 4 cameras on that, but we only used the one shot.
But
Actually,
you
no, I
got
think we
you
used
had,
two,
but you had the
know.
pyrotechnics going as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's all practical.
That's
This
what
is
I
not-
mean.
This was
Roll
the
it
whole
again.
point, right?
That's what I mean. Like that looks too good.
Yeah, it's because it's real.
It looks
And
too
this is
good.
the whole point. This is why we did all this testing, because I did not want him driving into those flames, because
Fucking set the
I would
car
never
on
would have
fire.
been the same. Well, yeah, set the car on fire. See him on fire. I didn't care about the car.
Yeah, but the car
I care
can't
about
catch
his
fire.
safety,
But
you know
then
what I
the
mean?
car
Yeah.
blows up, and he's in the car blowing up.
Yeah,
Like,
totally, you
That's
know.
that's not a
Yeah.
good deal.
No, man, there's nothing cool about that. The hell we gonna release a music video?
Yeah. He's gonna fuck up the distribution. He's gonna fuck everything up.
How the hell are they gonna play shows after that? You know?
Oh
I
man.
would have been heartbroken.
Oh man, but man, he's done a good job. It's fucking mint.
Yeah,
That's
I love
fucking
that.
mint.
That was a fun job to work on, you know.
Yeah.
Massive, like the crew on that, like they did an amazing job, especially like Pagey at Drone Pilot, man. He did things with his drone on that a lot of guys can't do with 2 cameras.
Wow, Misty.
That was a bit loud.
You
wasn't
can't. Don't pull stuff on the keyboard. What are you doing? It's one of my
That's a bit
well,
untoward.
I've got a retro keyboard on this bad boy, right? Because I could put a normal keyboard on it, but I started editing on the retro keyboards that like make that sound. Make a few sounds.
That make that sound, not
Make
a
that
keyboard
sound.
to make
Make
the
it
pouring sound.
Make that sound. Go a bit of typing. No, come on, type with the letters. Yeah, that sound.
Like Colonel.
Yeah. Go.
Let me get out of here.
I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about.
That sound.
I heard the pouring sound. Like,
No.
I heard that
Well, she does the
sound.
boring sound, but the clicking sound.
What's that got to do with the pouring sound? Because it's all.
He's
No,
just
because
going
it's-
through his favourite sounds.
It's my favourite keyboard. I use this. For
Oh.
that's the keyboard I use for Foley when I'm doing computer work.
Oh.
It's an old.
Because listen to it. Listen to it.
Sweet.
It's a good computer sound.
That is a good. It's a great
Good.
computer
It's
sound for
great.
Foley. You're
It's great for
exactly
Foley.
right.
Yeah, so every time I do computers for Foley, I use that keyboard.
It's got big buttons
It's got big buttons, baby.
that you like to push. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Enter.
Giggity giggity go. Enter, baby.
Escape.
Enter.
Yeah.
Oh no. Shift.
Yeah, shift.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a hot. That's a fucking hotkey if I ever saw one. Yeah.
Delete the hotkeys. A lot of stuff I shoot, like even like for my show reels, right? I did my show reel that's on my websites is like nearly 3 years old, right?
I think mine's 2 years old.
Yeah, and I've got heaps of content. I've shot more in 3 years than I shot in the 5 years before that.
Yeah,
right?
my show reel is currently shit compared to what I've worked on. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? My stuff from 3 years ago actually stands up pretty well to what I've been shooting these days, anyway.
That's a good parody, though.
Which I actually really love a lot of my show reel. That's why I haven't bothered to change it. And the thing is,
how you look at it.
even if I update it, I'm going to keep at least half the footage, and I do need to update it because I've got different kinds of footage, and the fact I just need to update it. But I shot so much cool footage stuff back then that I really love. I haven't felt the need to change it, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting plenty of work out of what I've been doing, but you know,
Well, so
go back
you
to
know.
Luke's site. Can you go back to Luke's site for us, there,
This is
Misty?
his showreel.
Yeah, we'll come. Yeah, let it get. Oh, it's up and running. What? You got it up and running? No.
You
Go back to
don't.
his site. It's a pretty site. It's a very pretty site. Is this a Wix? This is a Wix site?
Yeah, I built it on Wix, yeah.
Yeah, another Wix site.
Yeah,
It's an older model though. Older model. So you built this 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah. See, I know. I know
Three,
this
maybe
pla-
2.5, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
probably 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know this template. I think I know this one.
Yeah.
Built a few sites through Wix, which is pretty cool. No, I don't know that guy. Oh no, I do know that guy.
No, that was actually part of a TV pilot shot with John Howard, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, with,
We got that show reel going yet, Misty?
yeah.
How's we going? Still not going? Maybe.
Oh,
Internet, is it going to work? Is it going to work?
Hey.
I don't know. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. We got to get out of here.
What do you mean?
We're at the end of our cards, man. I'm at the end of the road.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we're done, man.
Oh, no, 4:20 o'clock. Oh, bugger.
Yeah. We'll do 4:20 o'clock anyway.
Yeah, damn right we will.
But no, with that said, though, look,
I'll let
got
these microphones in.
Yeah. Can we get the microphone lined up? Are you lined up on shot? Your head's out of shot. You got to
Oh, no, we're still rolling. I didn't realise that was still rolling.
Yeah, we're still rolling, man.
Yeah, sweet.
I got to do my outro.
Oh, I didn't realise that was still rolling. I thought that both done. Oh, yeah.
No, because I've got to do my outro. I've got like a good 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, sweet.
But I've got to do the outro. I've got to do the outro, Luke. But look, with that said, thank you so much for joining the Pagey Train tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. And once again, thank you, Luke Walker from Luke Walker Productions. Totally cool dude that's like shooting film in Western Sydney and like nationally. Like you're all over the place, man. You're doing some really cool things.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Misty, for producing. And look, guys, we'll see you next time. And please don't forget to subscribe. Brought to you by Still Searching Productions. We'll see you next time on the Pagey Train.
Righty.
All right, it's done.
4:20 o'clock, people. Giddy up.
I think I've got all the plugs in there. Can you kill? Kill?
Yes.